Hi everyone, it's Megan from Megan B Plans It All, and I have something special for you today. It is a review of the Night Owl Journal by Owl Paper. I am lucky enough to have been sent this journal to show you today, and I just kind of want to get right into it because this is currently on pre-order for the 2024 year, and it's only on pre-order until the end of this month. You can right now purchase the July through December 2023 on its own or as an add-on to the 2024 pre-order, which I believe will get you a discount. So again, let's get started. I have this in just a B6, what do you call these? Plastic with jelly cover. And it fits so perfectly. I wish I could tell you where this came from. I want to say maybe Catspresso Co. I think that's what it's called, but not 100% sure. But it does fit super nicely, which means it'll probably fit in most covers like this. But as you'll see, it is a light pink color. The cover is very, very flexible, which I have kind of started really liking. You can see the spine here. It has foiled lettering. And you can see the signatures sewn together, which is what is going to help it lie flat. I'll give you some of the more specifics. So like I said already, it is a B6 size planner. For anybody who might not know what a B6 might look like, here is a 7x9. It's a notebook, but we can pretend it's a planner, but 7x9. So there you go against a 7x9. And this is a A5 daily duo. So you can see it is just a tad smaller. A decent amount smaller than 7x9. And obviously, compared to a daily duo, it is very light. And here is the Hobonichi cousin against it. And obviously, Hobonichi cousin does have different sizes. It has the weeks and it has the A6. But just as a comparison, and this is the Avec, so it's half a year, compared to the Night Owl. It is a little bit thinner, and they are both 6 months. So it is 62 GSM Tomoe River paper. It has a Monday start and 6 months of monthlies, which includes the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. And at the end, it has 231 blank pages, which is enough for more than 6 months of dailies. So that's 304 pages total. And I will kind of start to go through the sections with you. So on the very inside, you can tell that it's almost like when people create dashboards with washi tape. This is kind of giving that same sort of feel. It is kind of like it's a sticker. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it is like a big sticker that's going across here. But it does feel really nice. This Night Owl journal belongs to a little space. You still could make your own if you wanted to, your own dashboard. The first page is pretty cute. It says, "For Dreamers Who Do," and then copyright Marissa Porter. And here we are going to start the actual planner. So the first page here that has the writing on is page number 1. All the pages all the way to the very end are numbered. The reason for the numbering is because this is very much like a bullet journal that happens to have some structure with it. So like a typical bullet journal, these first 2 blank pages here are an index. So when you have numbered pages, you can actually jot down here any important information that you might want to be able to refer back to, and you can indicate the page number. So some people will do that. Some people might color code the pages in some way. And then the next spread is for goal setting. So it's very open-ended, much like a bullet journal, which means that you can do goal setting however you would like. You can do mind mapping, you can do lists, you can break it up into sections based on quarters or months or weeks or whatever it is that you want. But that's one of the goals of this planner, is to kind of give you just that little bit of structure, but also if you are someone who enjoys bullet journaling or someone who just enjoys doing their own thing, you have the space to do that as well. Quarterly pages starting in July all the way through December 2023, so quarter 3, quarter 4. Then here is the first monthly spread, which is July. And again, it's a Monday start. All the numbers are in the bottom right corner. Something to note, just because it's different from what I am used to seeing. It does have the sidebar and it has space down here at the bottom. This is a 3.7 millimeter dot grid. In between each monthly spread is a blank spread. September, go through. And if anyone is watching this and does not know what Tomoe River paper is, 52 GSM is very, very lightweight. If you have a plum paper, that is 70 GSM. If you have Erin Condren, that is 80 GSM, just to get an idea of the thickness of the paper. Thickness, weight, does not have anything to do with quality of the paper. Also, something really important to note, people who enjoy fountain pens really do enjoy the Tomoe River paper. You do get ghosting with it, but you do not get bleed through with most types of ink. So after the monthlies are done, starts with the weeklies. And this starts technically the end of June, and that's because July starts in this week. So that's why it starts here. And you'll get the exact same layout in the 2024. Obviously, the first half of 2024 will start with July, and the second half will start with, the first half of 2024 will start in January. The world has not skipped ahead 6 months. And the second will start in July, like this one does. So here, there is the use of structure. So you do have boxes, it's dated, you have the little calendar over here in the corner, but there is a lot of space to do with what you please. For example, when you have the weekly pages in the Hobonichi Cousin, the whole thing is written on. So it goes all the way down to the bottom. And you do still have the side over here. But this is something that is very different from the Hobonichi Cousin. So if you have issues with Hobonichi Cousin, then it's always good to look at something new, and this might be the perfect thing for you. And I'm sitting in my front window, and one of my neighbors just walked by with his dog, and clearly I'm sitting here talking, but to me, it makes me feel like I'm talking. He thinks I might be talking to myself, but for all he knows, I'm on the phone. So I just got incredibly embarrassed and sort of tried to hide. which just made it worse. When maybe it wasn't even something that I was doing that was awkward. So this is 5 o'clock all the way to 9, and it uses standard time, so not like military or 24-hour time. There's a lot of things that you can do, and again, a lot of space down here at the bottom. So go through July, and the lines in between are pretty dark. The grid itself is, let's see, I'm in a window, so this is natural light that you're getting here. But the grid itself, there we go. The grid itself is pretty light. These marks here are pretty dark. So you definitely have a little bit of a hard time getting, or masking, we should say, maybe masking these lines. So if that's something that bothers you, just keep note of it. If it doesn't bother you, then, and you are okay writing over whatever it is that you want to write over or whiting out, then perfect. The headers are also pretty small. Again, just a thing to note. I sort of feel like this planner is probably really best for maybe someone who is more functional than decorative. But that's not to say you couldn't decorate it if you wanted to. There's thin washi and there's smaller scripts. This is also a B6, which is getting a lot more popular. So it's possible that by the time 2024 comes along, sticker shops might be gearing more towards these smaller footprints. But you never know. But there's always pen, there's always highlighter, there's always washi. So as we go through, you can see it goes straight from July to August, which makes sense as the monthlies, as you know, are all in the front. Each month is a different color. So you can see the separation of the different months. So if you were to want to, for example, maybe put tabs, you can actually use these as a guide if you'd like. If you don't want to use tabs, then you would be able to get right to not the week you're in if you don't have a bookmark, but you'd be able to get to the month. So December, and after December 31st, isn't it nice when something ends so perfectly like that at the end of the week? Now we are in the blank pages, page 86. These pages are just completely void of any structure or structural elements. The only thing you have is the grid. That is the planner in a nutshell. This right now is $32. There are 57 in stock, so I might get there quickly. You can get it as an add-on if you get the 2024 version, which can be purchased as a set, or it can be purchased as just the first half or the second half. But it can only be pre-ordered until the end of this month, which means you don't have a lot of time to make the decision. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments below. Send me a direct message on Instagram. Probably going to see that the fastest. If you buy the full 2-book bundle, it is $59. If you buy the January to June, which is a gray color, that will be $35 on its own. The same price if you just buy July through December, which is the pink color, apricot is what it's called. And then if you do add this 2023 July through December on to the bundle, it is $27. On the website, you can also get a poly cover for $18. It is made specifically for this planner, so you know it will fit. Again, this is not specifically made for the planner, and it does fit, and it does have some extra wiggle room for sure. If you are someone who likes to do tip ends or stickers, so if it gets a little chunky, something like this would definitely fit. I don't have the cover for this planner, so I can't tell you how that'll go. And just as a side note, the cover is a pre-order, so you won't get that until you get the 2024 planner. Certainly go check out this planner. There are other reviews of it if you want to get a second opinion. You can follow Owl Paper Journal on Instagram. That's the name, Owl Paper Journal. So type that in and you will find it. I will put that down in the description box below, as well as a link to the website. Again, this was gifted to me, but I'm using an A6 and I'm using the Hobonichi Cousin A5, but I'm definitely going to start giving this a try. For me, I kind of want to try the whole bullet journaling and maybe just make this super functional. So I'll definitely keep you all updated on how that works. I can only assume that once the pre-orders go out, if there are any extras or leftovers after fulfillment is complete, you'll probably be able to order it. However, you never ever want to rely on that. So if this is something you want, you have to go get it. I hope that you have enough time to make a decision. If you don't know, it's your hard-earned money. So you really have to make that decision. Pre-orders are really difficult for me because it makes me feel pressured, and I just can't. I feel like sometimes in good conscience, I can't make those decisions. I have done pre-orders this year, even though I tried really hard not to. So it does happen. I suppose you can always get something and you can sell it if need be. It is a nice, slim, flexible, soft, cute planner. A lot of space for open-ended, whatever, lists, daily schedules, maybe a commonplace notebook sort of situation. Obviously, this is super light. I'm not going to say it would stay light, because it might not if you put a lot of stuff in it. Also, put a cover on it, it gets a little heavier. And if you're like me and you can't help but put a ton of stuff in all these pockets, it will just keep getting heavier and heavier and heavier. I don't really have anything else to say. I will just do a quick little example for you of what a couple of pens look like when you write in it. So this is just a gel pen. This is pretty juicy. That's why I'm using it. Is a Simply Gilded. And you see what I mean? It has ghosting, but it's not bleeding through. Something to note, if you don't know anything about Tomoe River paper, is that a lot of inks, you do have to wait for it to dry. It will smudge, and that's just the way the paper is. Again, ghosting, not bleeding. This is a Kokuyo gel pen. It's a 0.5. Here is a Energel Clena. And then this is a Rytec, and it's a pretty pink color. And then here I have two fountain pens. So this one is a TWSBI, and the tip is a medium tip. See, I not only love this pen, but I love this ink. It looks like blood. Its name is Oxblood. It's awesome. It's like, it is red, but it's like a brown, kind of like a dried blood color. Yeah, I think it's awesome. And this one is a cross. The tip this is also a medium tip. I tend to go for chunkier. Now let's do this. So again, just how Tomoe River paper works. You can see through it, but it is not bleeding through, and you can see how the Tomoe River paper likes fountain pens more than other pens. You can see you can tell it's soft. And it doesn't, I mean, it's just sucked right up into that paper. Let's just live on the wild side here, huh? Oh, look at that. So I just rubbed my fist along it, and the only one that had a little less love was the Simply Gilded gel pen. These top gel pens, not at all, and these two fountain ink pens, not at all. And these ones I even just used. This one had a significant amount of time to dry. That's it. I have absolutely nothing else to say besides this is my honest review, mostly because I'm not telling you to buy it or to not buy it. If you like the idea or like Tomoe River paper, you like a B6 size, you like this cover, specifically if you like the way the weeklies are formatted, because again, these lines are really dark. And I feel as though that would be a very specific thing that somebody would like or not like. Then go ahead and give it a try. But decide quickly. All right, well, definitely give this video a thumbs up. If you liked it, you're welcome to give it a thumbs down if you didn't, although I would definitely prefer that you did not do that. I feel like that probably would be a negative on my self-esteem and a negative on my little baby channel. But subscribe if you have not already. Leave me some comments. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Owl Paper Journal on Instagram. And that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day, week, month, year, what have you. Peace and cookies. Bye.